Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while and I just wanted to give you guys an update about what's been going on in my life, these last few weeks. Sorry for not uploading as often as I would have liked. Life just got in the way. I wanted to do a cook with me several weeks ago, 2 weeks ago I think it was, 2 Sundays ago, and that didn't happen because I was inviting guests over. I didn't want them to be here while I was recording, and so I just made the meal instead, and then subsequently nobody came over. They all backed out. But that is a story for later in the video. So what's been happening? I think my last vlog, I was talking about, I think I was having some township troubles. I think I said that in my last vlog. Finally, after about over 2 weeks of trying to get in contact with the person that the township sent over, he finally called me back and said that everything was fine, everything was taken care of, and the reason that he had not called me back was because he was on vacation. So that irritated me because I had done what he had asked, and I called him the very next day because it was a Sunday that I did what he asked. I called him that Monday, and I said, "Hey, just to let you know, this is up. This fence is up." And he's like, "Okay, cool. I'll come over later in the afternoon and I'll have to take pictures." I'm like, "Okay, cool." That Monday goes by, nothing. I don't hear a thing. That Tuesday goes by, still nothing. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, I called again and I said, "Hey, just wanted to ask if you had, looked at the fence." And I had gotten his secretary at first, and she put me through to him, and he was like, "No, I had a personal medical issue I had to deal with on Monday, so I didn't get a chance to go over." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Okay, is what I meant. Not cool. Not cool that he had to deal with a medical situation." But he was like, "I'll come over this afternoon." And I'm like, "Okay." And so Thursday comes around, or Thursday finishes, he never shows up. Friday never shows up. Saturday, Sunday, nothing. I don't know if they work on the weekends or not. But still no word on those 2 days. Monday comes around, no word. Tuesday, I believe, I call again, get his secretary, and she tells me that he will not be back until June 29th. And I had 30 days from when he initially came over to get this fence up, and I did it within the 30 days, and by this time a week and a half had gone by, and of me calling him, I couldn't do anything the first 2 weeks because I was self-quarantining. So I couldn't do anything in those 2 weeks, and so these last 2 weeks were like the last days of trying to get him to come over to look at this fence, and he never did. And so I told the secretary, like, he told me I had 30 days, and 30 days is like over now. Like, I've been calling him for like a week and a half and nothing. And she was like, well, we're going to postpone everything until he comes back. And I'm like, okay. So, he comes back the 29th. I don't hear anything again until several days after he came back. And I was at work, and so I didn't receive his phone call. He called while I was at work, and I cannot carry my cell phone on me. So it's in a locker, and I go out during lunch, I believe, my lunch break, and I look at it, and I see that I have a voicemail, and so I listen to it, and first thing that comes out of his mouth is like, hey, just calling about the fence, give me a call back, we have to discuss it. And immediately in my mind, I'm just like, crap, like, something's wrong. Like, it's not going to be approved, I'm going to get in trouble. If you don't do what the township asks you to do, you can get fined. If you don't pay the fines, you can go to jail. So I was starting to panic, and he continued talking on the voicemail. And at the very end, he was like, oh, by the way, the fence is fine. Just want you to call me back. Okay, so I get out of the voicemail, you know, and I call him back, and he says everything's fine, everything's taken care of. Great. So that was settled, finally. I was just a little irritated because, you know, they give you a time limit, and then, oh, and he said, while I was on the phone call with him, that's when I found out that he was going on vacation, and that he had actually came to my property, before he went on vacation. And so, he went on vacation, he came to my house, looked at the fence, knew everything was fine, then went on vacation without, like, giving me a phone call. So, I was still within the 30 days no matter what, but I didn't know that for, like, over a week. So, I was, like, panicking for no reason. And that was just extra stress that I didn't need, and I felt some type of way about that. So, I was very irritated about the whole situation. After that happened, I thought it was time to finally get my cat fixed. Her name is Bastet, and she is slightly over a year old now. And when I had gotten her, she was only 6 weeks old. And so I took her in to get her shots, not knowing exactly how old she was, but I could tell from, like, pictures of, like, kittens as they're growing older, that she wasn't at the 8-week mark, but I didn't know how young she actually was. The mama cat just disappeared and stopped taking care of her kittens. Might have been where the kittens were, that an old co-worker of mine found them. They were near a really busy road. The mama cat might have gotten hit, but we're not sure. The mama cat just didn't return. So I had taken her, and almost immediately I made an appointment, you know, to go to my vet and get her shots. They said because she was so young, she couldn't get all her shots right then. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we got her the shots that she could, and I set up an appointment for, I think it was a little while after that. I think I got her in May, and so my first appointment was probably, I think I got her at the end of May, and it was beginning of July, or June, that I had the appointment. And so, got that taken care of, set up an appointment for near the end of July, or middle of July, and I had to cancel that appointment because my mom was in the process of passing away, and so I couldn't keep the appointment, and the subsequent fallout from all of that, life got in the way, And between my mom passing away, dealing with all of that fallout, plus starting a new job, a full-time job and working 2 jobs, I just didn't have a chance to get her to the vet for the rest of her shots. So eventually I did, this past, it's July 19th today, I set up an appointment for July 14th to get her the rest of her boosters, and then to get her spayed. I made that appointment like in June, and halfway through June, because the next appointment for surgery they were so booked, I guess, that they didn't have a time available until July 15th, July 15th. So that just happened. I took her on the 14th to the vet, got the rest of her boosters and everything that she needed. I left her there overnight. She got the surgery on the 15th. I picked her up on the 15th, and so it is now the 19th. I'm supposed to keep her kind of sequestered and not get so jumpy and active for 5 to 6 days. I had been giving her her pain meds for 3 days after her surgery. Of course, that's already passed, so all the medicine has been taken. Everything went fine. Everything went well. The incision looks great. No redness at all. So that's good. So that's taken care of, so I don't have to worry about her, getting pregnant. I don't want to be a cat grandma just yet. So that happened, and now I'm going to talk about this stupid dinner that I wanted to cook. I'd asked my brother on, it was July 4th weekend, I believe. Yeah. July 4th was a Saturday, but I work Saturdays in the evening at my other job, so I texted my brother on that Friday, July 3rd, and I said, hey, if I make dinner, and I was texting my brother and our mutual friend Ryan, like, if I made something, would you guys come over? And our mutual friend was like, sorry, I already have plans. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. My brother was like, yeah, sure. I didn't say what I was going to be making because I didn't know. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll come over. And I'm like, cool. So, since our mutual friend backed out, I asked my best friend if she wanted to come over. And she was like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so I made stuffed shells, and baked them and everything. It wasn't any of this frozen stuff either. Oh no, I wanted to go all out. I got the pasta shells, and I got like the different cheeses, and I mixed them all up, stuffed those bad boys, and everything. And I cooked it, and I even made cookies earlier in the morning. Thumbprint cookies, pretty good. And next thing I know, my best friend is texting me saying that she can't come over because something had happened the previous day, I guess, and that she wasn't coming over. Okay, well, at least my brother's still coming over. And I texted him, I said, hey, do you want to come over for dinner on Friday? And he said yes. He said, what time? And I'm like, well, probably around 4 o'clock. And he was like, okay. And so 4 o'clock rolls around on Sunday, and I text him because he isn't there yet, and I said, hey, well, it's like 3:50 something. I'm like, hey, dinner is about to be ready. Are you on your way? 4 o'clock rolls around, no answer. 4:15 rolls around, no answer. I think I contact him at 4:30. said, hey, are you still coming? And he says yes, but I have to get some sleep first. Now, he works night shift, so he should have already been sleeping during the day. I don't know what he was doing, but obviously not sleeping. So he said he had to sleep. I'm like, okay. And I just left it at that. But then a little while later, I texted him back, and I'm like, just to let you know, I have to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to have to go to bed early. I can't just, stay up. And he was like, oh, what time are you thinking about going to bed? And I'm like, probably 8. And he was like, oh, well, I'll just drop by tomorrow and pick it up before work. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, I spent all day making cookies and these stuffed shells. Like, I had to do grocery shopping and all that. And I wanted to make, a video, and I said no because I don't want anyone to be here while I'm doing it. And no one showed up anyway. Like, I wasted so much time doing this for no reason whatsoever. And I haven't seen either of them for weeks because, the whole quarantining thing, and at the beginning of July, I was self-quarantining myself. So I haven't seen them, I haven't seen at least my best friend in about 2 months. And so between like all three of them, not so much, my brother and I's mutual friend, because he was very upfront saying he already had plans. It's just like, I felt some type of way about that because, like, you just all just like dropped me like a hot potato. So, yeah, I wasn't happy about that at all. And hopefully next time, if I ever invite them over for dinner, make dinner for them again, they'll actually show up. Oh, kind of sad, actually. So, I think that's the crazy parts that have been happening to me lately. My house is a mess, and I still have to take care of that. Dishes. Not so much laundry. Laundry I'm pretty caught up on. But I take the trash out. I haven't done that for like a week. So I have to try to get some of that done, especially the trash, because I know since I work both jobs Monday and Tuesday and trash pickup is Wednesday morning, I'm probably not going to want to take too much time in between both jobs to deal with trash. Better get that done today so I don't have to worry about it later, but we'll see how that goes because I'm just not really feeling it. Oh, and the vet bill for my cat. Please, everybody, if you're going to get animals, you should always get them spayed if it's a female and neutered if it's a male. Please do that. Keep in mind, though, that stuff is expensive, to get done. So, make sure you're taking all that into consideration before you get an animal. Because it's not just providing food and water and shelter, it's, medicine too, and surgeries, if you need them. So my bill ended up costing me $416, all in all, for the boosters, the surgery itself. I had IV fluids for her just in case something happened. I asked for the cat AIDS blood test to make sure that she didn't have that, like a stool sample test, and her pain medication, because my vet, that is not included in a surgery price, so that was something extra, and I got her microchipped. So just be aware that, all that is very expensive, and you should take that all into consideration when you get a pet. So, thankfully I do have 2 jobs, to provide, obviously for the bills, but for all this extra stuff too. So these bigger bills that pop up, I uh, I can take care of, but again, a lot of people don't. So just obviously keep that in mind. I think that is it for today. I'll try to vlog more, maybe make another eat with me, maybe with the thumbprint cookies um, later this week, Thursday maybe. That's my day off from my other job. So I just hope everyone has a good day, or a good rest of their day, because today's almost over. Rest of your week, and I'll see you hopefully sooner than later. um, so, bye.